Hey, welcome to the Really Charlie podcast. And this segment is, well, this episode, this is the first episode of On the Wall. On the Wall. On the Wall. Take a seat or just lean against a part of me that is strong. The only way you understand the wall of people is being right there with the people. Gathering amongst family and friends from the wall's beginning to end. It takes a village to raise a child, and on the wall we did smile. Make no mistakes, we do understand the fate of good, bad, and ugly. As fate was determined, we have a better understanding from being on the wall. There was hard knocks, and some thought with rocks in their heads, and others used the experience to get ahead. Leading the streets or leading the classroom. On the wall, we don't think we are doomed in our destiny. We just know we can make it through a lot of things in life by just being on the wall or against the wall. Some may never see the value in a wall, but on this wall, many of us were able to answer the call. I'll hug every part of this wall because the history on the wall goes beyond today, tomorrow, or yesterday. We see the on the wall experience differently, but on the wall has made a lot of us who we are today. And that's what I'm trying to bring to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, this on the wall experience. I talked about many things over the years, things I wanted to do from interviewing people from the Bay Village in New Bedford, Massachusetts, and kind of make some video history, right? So people can reflect back and forth and see what you know just to hear what most people or some people have thought about the Bay Village. Well, in this case, we're going to talk about the wall and your on the wall experience, good, bad, or ugly. But every week, I'm going to try to bring someone on and talk about it. Now, this is how it's going to go. Some of you are camera shy. You have beautiful faces, but you just don't want to be in front of the camera. I get that. So, what we will do is if you want to share an experience on the wall, just we can pre-record it. We can record it, talk about it. Doesn't have to be, you're recording. I can just kind of save it to my phone or computer and then play it during the live show, and you just talk. Just be a conversation. Um, so you don't have to always come on the video on the podcast. We can actually just kind of record you, and it doesn't matter where you're at. You can be across the world, across the country, across the state, across the city, or you can just be right across the street. And if you want to kind of get on the podcast, you let me know. We had someone set up today, but things change. People have plans or unexpected things, and they change. So, but what I'm going to do is slot a day of the week that we're going to do this, and then do it as much as I can. Um, no later than every other week, but definitely want to kind of live this experience or do this experience. And if we get enough of them, we probably can produce something, into being a documentary. Can get a hold of a few friends, you know, and we can get this done. All right. So on the wall experience. The wall for me, since I'm here and I'm on this podcast. I want to let me it was everything that I possibly needed in life, right? It was always somewhere I can go. It was always something to do. And even if I was by myself, I truly was still able to do something because I had a basketball in my hand and I could shoot hoops until someone comes, or shoot hoops until I was, you know, um, or until I was tired or whatever. But there's one thing about the game of basketball: you can play the game all by yourself or with a ton of friends. And so my experiences in the wall was primarily, good. I There was some bad experiences you probably I heard later on, but I had some good experiences. And I cherish every single one of them. Um, One of the happy times I know is just during the parade and seeing everybody out there, especially people that I haven't seen in a long time, and just hanging out from the games. That were there, always been there. But the league, the Peter Brittle League, and uh, and just watching all the different basketball players from within the city, outside the state. I just enjoyed that. Just a great time. And so that's some of the memories I have. And rest in peace, Peter Brittle. Um, you're missed. Thank you for all the memories, all the things you have done for our city. I appreciate it. The Later on, as growing up, I really started thinking about things I needed to do in life. One was a job, and the job I chose was a police officer for the city of New Bedford. And Monty's Park was my area for some years. JJ, how you doing? What's up, Jerry? Jerry from the Neutral Corner is is on the air. What's going on? Great dude, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate Justin, Stevie D. Met some great friends, man. So there's been some crazy things. There's been friends that died on near this wall, around this wall, were killed. Um, those are the sad memories. Um, those are the sad memories that I think about every single day. What's up, Christy? How you doing? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining. Joshua Davis, my man, my my little brother, big brother, really. Sit. Guy can lift the car. Get stuck under the car, you call Joshua Davis, man. Pick that sucker right up. My brother. Good, peaceful man, good family man doing his thing. Appreciate it. So, like I said, some people have died along the wall. Aaron Victor, how you doing? Yes, nice to see you. Um, but my experiences, I mean, I remember I can go as early as the metal slide on the Montes Park along the wall. not too far from the wall. It was right there, just a few feet away. I remember the swings being chains and wood, like wooden plank. Those were the days. We used to climb on the tree inside the village. I mean, inside the park. Um, Remember the basketball courts and the one single pole before they kind of ventured off and gave us something where we didn't hit our head in the pole. Times where they when we took it upon ourselves and lowered the courts and lowered the rims and lowered the rims and then it became a highlight field. Everybody can dunk it. Well, some people couldn't. They couldn't dunk it if it was 5 feet. Just no coordination. But anyways, once that happened, man, whew, it was nonstop on the little courts. But all in all, got to bring your true game to the big courts. Remember, so many different people. Jeffrey Martin, Kenny Francis, David Grace, Bobby Grace, my uncles. Um, just goes on. Blaine, Roy Ferguson playing out there. So many different people. Collie Martin, Donald Lesser, my friend. Kenny Offley. Every Consatio in the world playing on that court, male or female. Bernie Souza. And it just goes on. Got little Brian Rudolph playing there. Good to see, good to watch, at a young age doing his thing. Eric Gomes, Michael Lopes, Michael Barboza, my crazy brother Kevin. It just goes on. The games are going, you see guys like Dave Holtman coaching the team, coaching the men's team on it, 6 feet and under, getting into those guys that play better. What about the women? Kathy Holtman, Kathy Johnson back then. All right, June Silver. It just goes on. There's so many, and I know I'm missing a lot of names, right? That's like the latest, greatest list. Who's the best in the city? You're bound to miss some people, and I'm gonna miss some people today. But I'm just talking, and feel free to bring your experience here on the wall. Bring it. Talk about something. Talk about a game. Talk about the dudes coming from Boston and coming down here. And all the time and all the fun times where you're hanging out at the Viridian Vets. Or at the band club. Back then the YA, United Social. Right? At every club there is. Go up west, go to the Elks Club. Fountainwood Cafe. There's just so many different things. So my experience. I'm going to talk about an experience, right? I'll never forget one day being out there. I'm going to bring up a good dude named Angel. He's out there. I'm out there hanging out. There's a lot of people out there just hanging out. And some fool was kind of doing the wrong thing, acting crazy, shooting. And man, my boy Angel was out there all by himself. Everybody scattered. It was just crazy, you had to. And he looked up and he seen me there, and he thanked me for it because I didn't leave him hanging. And I'll never forget that experience because his grandchildren are my grandchildren. But we didn't know it back then. We didn't know that was gonna happen, right? But it happened. And boy, I got 2 blessings, Gabrielle and Valentina, Angel's granddaughters. All right, got some comments here. Check it out. There's no community anymore. We have to get to the root of the problem, and the problem is, I asked, I feel it's technology. I agree. This is what we have. This is what consumes so many people, whether it's children, teenagers, young adults, takes up a lot of our time. I wasn't great at basketball, but I played in the summer league, which was a great experience for me. Like I said, I was, what I am. Really, actually, I sucked at basketball. I believe that says. Trying to read it here. How is the guy that they put in the file? All right. The other guy on the team was really good. Joshua, I get it, man. Hey, let me tell you a quick story. Steve Esteban, right? Comes here. I believe he was from Puerto Rico. Man, he couldn't play a lick of basketball, but all his friends in the village played basketball. And we hung out. We done all kinds of things. Played football, did everything, hung out, you know. So Steve couldn't play. But let me tell you something. Within a year and a half, he started getting the hang of the game. And he started playing. Now he's on the court. Now he was trying to hang with everybody. And I'll never forget that. He was trying to be one of the guys. And he played, he practiced, and sure enough, he ended up being one of the guys. And so shout out to Steve. Cheers. I don't have any grog, but I got some coffee. It tastes good. Smells good. Let me see. I got a little logo, a little sticker on my iPad here. It says Dad Life with Davey. Check him out. He's on Instagram, YouTube. We had him on Frequency Live. He was a great guest. And talks about dad stuff. Like you, Joshua. You know what? Check him out. He's on Instagram. Check him out. Think you guys can relate, Got a good family. Got a mom and dad taking kids. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Yeah, shout out to Steve. Yep, Joshua got a Bay Village kid in his house. Yeah, he married her. And he made her a mama. Oh my God. Sharonique, my girl. Hey, there's so many stories. I remember the times of getting together and, back then it was bicycles and fishing rods and we walked to the Hurricane Dike or down at the pier, go fishing. It was great. Remember a story, we used to, we didn't have a lot of money, so we popped up some tents, right? We got 2, 3, 4 blankets in the house, and we clipped them on the chain link fence, either along South Second Street, Cushing Avenue, whatever. Stowed all the wooded clothespins in the house, and we made our tents using the fence, and we hung out. And I'll never forget Linda Santos, my boy Joey Santos. Well, Joey was, he started thinking about things, and he said, "Hey, I'm gonna bring a stereo in my tent." He got a long extension cord, and he's bringing bringing a stereo from inside the house all the way to the tent. It's a long cord. We got David Vieira, Zuki, Michael Vieira, Jason, little Jason back then. We had the Costas, Chris Costa, Sandra Costa, Cynthia Costa, Michael Costa, Diane Costa. Oh my God. We had them. Had the Gomes brothers, Eric, Trevor, Troy, Stevie, Mummy's boys, as we call them, It just goes on. Dada Fonseca, Rudy Fonseca, Paul Fonseca, Alice, their mom. We got Sandra, Samia, and Scott, Joyce's kids. Go down. You got Ronnie, Manny, Sean, Shelly, Penny's kids. You got Peggy, Vanessa, and Vicky. Gramley's family. Yep. What's up, Justin Vieira? My man, what's going on, man? I shared your podcast, man. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. Justin, we're just talking about my old neighborhood. Don't know if you ever been to Monty's Park in New Bedford, Massachusetts. Well, that's where I grew up. And this segment is called On the Wall. Actually, let me put the title up here. Kind of slacking a little bit. And so that's what we're doing. We're just talking about On the Wall. Right? Look at that picture in the back, right? All those people got the high socks. Looks like some pro kids on whatever they are, those cold discount flyers, Appreciate the love, returning the love, returning the favor, my friend. Yeah. Thank you, Justin. You know what? I just appreciate good host, good podcasting, and you do that. You and Jerry. JJ Souza in the house. From the Granite City, Fall River? Spindle City. I forget. Go Whalers. Justin, hey, Joe Burrow. That's my man. Justin's a Cincinnati Bengals fan, and I got nothing bad to say about his team. Love it. So thank you everyone for joining us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Please like and subscribe to the Really Charlie podcast on YouTube. I need it. Like and subscribe. Just about sharing. Sharing is caring. And I'm on today. And believe it or not, I jinxed myself. I said I never miss straight to the point sports talk, but I did on WNB1 radio. But they're wrapping it up. They're almost done. They got about 5 minutes. I'll watch the rerun. Pretty sure they're talking about Indiana having that tremendous comeback and taking game number 1 from the New York Knicks. I'm gonna have a candy. My favorite candies. Can you see it? Caramels. Right? The great filling in the middle. Eat these very quickly. Bag doesn't last in our house. Um, all right. So who wants to come on next, man? I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. Who wants to come on? All right, Sakira Marie, how you doing? I'm gonna put your comment up here. I love it too. I love it, love it, love it. See, these um I wish I could send you a candy, man. I wish I could, but they're the greatest. They are. They are the greatest. The old candies are the best. Not all those candies give you the jitters, you know. Sour this, sugary this. Oh boy, but these hit the spot every single time. Old Lay's potato chips say, you know, you can't eat one. Can't eat one of these either. Yes, enjoying spirit. Thanks for joining us on the podcast. So, who has the on and wall experience? You know, if you're on right now, you want to type something in the comments, go ahead. We can talk about it. Yep, Stevie Davis. Yep, I'm gonna let you know, brother. I yeah, we got to do that. Always a great conversation with you. So I'll let you know ASAP. Got a long weekend. I think I'll be resting, relaxing, probably hang out one day. But Chucky Pie says we would play Blackbird songs. Yes, Rock Creek Park, Monty's Park. Yes. Oh my God. I don't know if I can get that up here. I don't know if I can get that up here. At least a few seconds of it, right? Few seconds of that great song. That was a awesome song. Still is. We don't that. We do not want that. How does that sound, Chucky? Mm-mm. Amazing. All right. I don't want to get a violation, but that's the song. That is the song. Used to sing it. Um, Funniest thing is that my wife used to. That song would come on, she'd be singing it, and sure enough, we would always say Monty's Park. Right. So true. Um, Now, let me tell you a little history about Monty's Park, right? That wall, that area used to be the home of the vocational school. Many people don't know that. The vocational school is there. Very, very strong looking building. And covered that whole area. It's a memorial for a United States veteran. And a lot of people don't know that either. What's going on now, I've seen over the years, is that the Monty's Park has now taken over the name of the Bay Village projects. So when you say, you won't say you live in the Bay Village, you will say you live now at Monty's. Um, Gotta change that up, you know. Gotta change that up. Bay Village is a great, great part of my life. And Monty's Park is a veteran, U.S. veteran, and he deserves. He deserves his to be acknowledged. First of all, gotta love all our veterans. So I talked to Chucky Pies today. He's in the comment section, and so we were talking about a few things, and one of the things is fantasy football. So later in the future, we are definitely probably going to have a segment, an episode on the Really Charlie podcast with Chucky and a few guys, and we're going to talk about fantasy football. Definitely one of the greatest things ever thought of. I truly, truly love it, and but I'm not going to hold back right now. I don't want to talk about it too much because that would kind of blow it for the show when we do have it. Hopefully sooner than later. So, all right. So this is On the Wall. Let me, just in case you just joined. On the Wall is a podcast where you will have an opportunity to talk about your experience on the wall, good, bad, or ugly. And we're just gonna kind of do that probably every week or every 2 weeks. But I want to do it. And if you're camera shy, don't worry about it. We can pre-record it. I can sit down and talk with you, send you a link, and we can just have a discussion and you just go on and on about your experience on the wall and what it's done for you. It's done a lot for me. Um, and I have nothing bad to say other than sometimes the ruthless crimes that, you know, were involved down there over the years, over the decades. And that's usually a negative thing. Um, Met a lot of friends there. Thank God that I was raised there. I wouldn't take I wouldn't change anything in my life, when it came to being brought up down there. That was great. Every day was a fun day. I had fun every day. I always had something to do. Hated going in the house. Yeah, we were all kids, got to get in the house by the time the street light comes on, got a taste of that a little bit. But the one thing is, we all knew each other. We were in and out of everyone's houses and respected all the grown folks out there. It was good, and it was bad. So, but I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. It is 8:04. Wow, already, man. Um. So, Chucky and I were talking, and he bring up a name, Mickey Gonzalez, right? Oh, Mickey Gonzalez, man. I gotta, you know, I watched him on those basketball courts. I mean, I always thought he was good, you know. Him and I share some stories all the time. But later on in my life, I found out, that he ended up doing well, at um, in college, and in fact, I have to look for something for him that he was trying to research, couldn't find it, but I think I know where it is, so I got to go get a copy of it and get that to him. Nice little article for him. Um, Sorry, I don't think I ever give up coffee. Thanks to the New Bedford Police Department. Mm, excuse the pun. Coffee. All right. So, please, let me see. I'm missing some of these comments. Time to go home. The street lights are coming on. That's so true. Gotta go home. Gotta run home, man. And that was the thing, man. Those street lights hit you like sunlight in the morning, right? Soon as they came on, boom, it's like, oh, everybody, see you later, see you tomorrow. What End up running home, doing your thing, trying to get home. Didn't want to be the last one in the house, uh, and if you had siblings, But that was one thing. Let's talk about that, right? Growing up in a Bay Village, and if you were on punishment, right? And as they said, you know, my other neighborhood restriction, right? But if you were on punishment, you had to stay in the house. That was the worst feeling, right? Because your bedroom's upstairs, and now you got to look out the window or hear all your friends out there playing, doing whatever. We had kickball, we had kick the can, we had run across, we had so many things. Hide and seek, catch and kiss. I would know that, right? Um, so and being on punishment in the Bay Village, you had to hear all that, right? Man, it made punishment definitely straightened you out. Chucky says he went to Boston State. Yes, that's right. While I was at Northeastern with Nuno, his brother, and Stevie Ramus. Stevie Ramus, Nuno, man. But let me talk about Stevie Ramus, right? Stevie Ramus. That's right, Stevie D. Kick the can. Let me get back to Stevie Ramus. Stevie Ramus was one of those guys. He was just that basketball player I enjoyed watching. Um, there's many of them, but you put his name up there, and that dude was a hard worker, and man, it would have I wouldn't have lost to too many teams having Stevie Ramus and Johan on my team, right? Those dudes could shoot, had handle, um, and boy, man, they just tough nose, great players. Chucky Pies too. He was on the court too, playing, bruising, getting rebounds, strong dude. Those are the days, man. It's too bad we didn't have any footage of it, right? The 70s and 80s were like terrible for restoring things, right? You try to look for things now, and they were just terrible, man. They just didn't, they don't keep records of anything else. Everything gets tossed and destroyed. Maybe that was the worst time of technology, was those years, right? Because things are crap. You try to look for things, you can't find it. It looks terrible. It's grainy. It's nasty. But then you go back in the 1960s and 50s, and their footage is unbelievable. 70s and 80s was terrible, man. Restoring things. Stevie D, go back. Go ahead and check out and look back. Go look for the pictures with your mullet or something, you know, sitting in South Boston, hanging out, with your leather coat, right? I got a good image of Stevie D in Boston. My Irish brother. Love him. But those videos were terrible, man. There was nothing. They didn't give us anything. Mike Samail, what's up, man? What's going on? That's it. I seen pictures of Michael too. Michael's played at Monty's. Michael's came across the pond as well. We got a little pond. We got a Cushing River, and Michael came on over across that bridge. Boom, and played some basketball. Played some basketball against some of the friends here. Um, Michael Samail, my man. You know what? We're gonna talk about that dude. Should be in the Fairhaven High School Hall of Fame. Wake up, the town of Fairhaven. Put this guy in the Hall of Fame. That's where he belongs. Great basketball history. Great student. great family. Definitely deserves to be in the Fayetteville High School Hall of Fame. Just putting it out there. So, um, we got to talk about some more experiences on the wall, all right? And I just want everybody to know that you're welcome here. Let's see. Got a comment here. Everyone's welcome here. Let's check out this comment. Do you feel the earlier generation had better athletes than today? Hmm. Let me see. This is what I like about the earlier generations. They were really into team basketball. Very, very smart. Um, had great basketball IQs. Um, and didn't need, now I might be going a little further than maybe you want me to, but didn't need a 3-point arc to say that's the shot to take. Growing up, that wasn't the shot to take. You work the ball to get the best shot. And now the 3-point shot is becoming somewhat some of the best shots that some players can shoot, right? A 3-point shooter, a 3-point jump shot is maybe their best shot they can offer to a team. And they take it. And then they're in a game and they blow a layup. Does that make any sense? But it happens. It happens. But I like old school basketball. I really do. Um, it pick and roll and screening for the next guy. Screening for your teammates. I love defensive trapping players. I just loved all that. And so yeah, I like the earlier generations, and I may be biased because you know I'm considered an old head, and but I truly, truly, truly like old time basketball. Joshua Davis, what do you have here? I'm glad. I like this interaction, man. Thank you, thank you, Kira. Thank you, thank you, Joshua. In the Bay Village, when I look back at parents, most have thought we were crazy because I would build ramps for us to jump our bikes. Yes, jumping bikes, huffy bikes, BMX bikes. They were just that I remember we put them on the sidewalk or in the driveway and we just jumped. I remember lining up kids that were bystanders and they were lined up under the ramp and seeing how many you could jump. Two, three, four. The last person was the stupid one. In the Schwinn, yes, I remember the Schwinn. So the last person was the stupid one because that back tire was going to hit you or a front tire if someone didn't know how to jump. That they drop that front tire and boom, it's going to land you right on. That's why you usually try to do whatever you can, not be the last one in line. All right, let's see. What's this comment here? I hear your sentiments a lot, especially working the ball and the technical skills. Yes, I really I miss coaching. I had great opportunities to coach from the Bay State League with the Birdie and Vets, Ronnie Magnet. Remember coaching football with the YA club with Tony Stebbs and John Gonzalez and Rudy Boger and Joe Lopes, bringing me out there and coaching those kids. Later on, New Bedford High School, Keith Middle School and Bishop Stang. Bishop Conley gave me great opportunities. I have got some friends that I coach that are now adult friends of mine, and cherished every moment. And I would love to go back to coaching, but I think that time has passed. Yeah, I wish we had a camera back then there, Joshua. That would have been great. The footage, oh my God. Um, Great. It was a hell of a neighborhood, man. On the wall, Monty's Playground, Cushing Avenue, in the south end of New Bedford. Before our instant pitches, we had to wait a week for our pitches to be developed. Yeah, you remember that? You go to the store. Remember Kmart used to have the little bags, and you put your name on it, and address, telephone number. You put the roll of film in there, and come back, come back and get it. Had the Kodak shot boots, the little small little look like you know size of two yeah, Kodak cuts. Yeah, we had remember you go in there and be one person in there and handed you throw the stuff in the basket and you come back and get your pictures. Couldn't wait. Get your pictures and then you got two that were messed up and it was your favorite ones. Converse on South Sixth Street. Yes. Converse was great. Um yeah, they cut off the heads. It's just crazy, you know. It's crazy, crazy. You know, it was gonna be that great group picture or maybe even a couple picture or just one of those pictures, and then all of a sudden you open it up and boom, something's messed up, right? Something's messed up. Um, Crazy. Thank you. All right, what's this? My friends and I would have been famous right now. Yeah, like what's that skateboarder there? What's his name? Hawk. You would have been like him, but on bicycles. Um, yeah, yeah. Could you imagine? Talk about the old games like TV tag. Remember, you draw a TV in the ground on the dirt, play TV tag, try to guess the show, run across. It just goes on, man. Dodgeball, dodgeball is still hanging in there, right? Yes, I can attest to it. Yes, you can. Mm, Crazy. I hope this conversation, this podcast was good for you. I really hope so. I had a little brainstorm and this is what we got. So thanks for your comments. You really, really bring all this out and you just make it that much more special. And so just remember that it will always be on, well, it won't always be on Facebook because Facebook's kind of getting rid of our live feeds. Um, but it's on YouTube on the Really Charlie podcast channel, LinkedIn. Um, as soon as I'm done, I will go downstairs and I would download all this and then put it on Spotify. So it's a Really Charlie podcast on the wall. So going to be looking for somebody. Well, not this coming Monday. Next Monday. It's the holiday, so I'm going to scratch that. But in 2 weeks, I'd like to have someone on here giving us some insight and some stories to tell about on the wall, right? And like I said, you can be recorded. Audio, we can definitely do that. Call my phone and record it. I could send you a link and you could just tell your experiences. Some guys and girls got their first kiss on the wall. Some 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 people hung on the wall and learned how to play craps, throwing dice, winning some money. Yeah, any generation, doesn't matter. I love all of it. I don't care what it is. Just the experience, right? Just that telltale, feel free. Send me a message through Facebook or whatever. Just say I'd like to be on, or record it, whatever. Any generation. Doesn't matter. And like I said, I know the story is gonna be good, they're gonna be bad, they're gonna be ugly. Some people may not like the wall, anything to do with it, right? But that's okay. We can still talk about it, right? It's still a learning experience. Still is. So hope you seen and heard my little introduction. And there is a poem out there on Facebook, and it's called On the Wall. Just put in Charles Perry Jr. and it should pop up if you're my friend. Um, Great, with two different generations to compare their experiences. Yeah, anybody, please come on. I'd like to hear it. Like to hear it. Um, so, all right, everyone. Thank you for joining me and joining my friends in the comment section. We appreciate it. Awesome, awesome stories. Um, and I hope this was good for you. It was good for me. Anytime I'm podcasting, I like it. Stevie D, I'll reach out to you so we can get you on the podcast again. Jerry from the Neutral Corner, I see you, man. We definitely, Justin, gotta definitely reach out. Remember, you got friends that are doing some content like this. Make sure you're sharing their stuff, man. Yes, Kenny Francis, Roger. I talked to Roger Blaine, Michael Ramus. Very good South End ball players. Yes, I like it. And just remember, the experiences are everything. Doesn't have to be sports. Not everybody in the neighborhood played sports, but it could be anything. Philly Mac says, "Hey, my guy just had a flashback of what had a flash and a 3 second thunder." Oh, I hear that. Yes, just saw Tuesday the Con Man and Foot Bros getting ready to be Saturday morning. Give back to Monty's Park. Yeah, they're gonna do their thing on Saturday. Shoot the ball around. And along with a few others, Eric Gomes, and I like that. Let me put these names up there. These legendary names here. Thank you, Chucky. Appreciate it. Joshua Davis, powerlifting meet June 7th. Man, I'm gonna miss that. I have the NAACP breakfast that day. Just keep sharing your videos there, brother, and good luck. I know you're gonna do well. You train every day. You do the right thing. Eat right, and I know you're gonna be all right, brother. Joshua Davis, always committed to physically being fit and getting better and better every week. Appreciate you. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Please continue to watch all the podcasts. Really Charlie podcast. I have Sometimes You Have to Lose Yourself podcast with Marvin Speller. We have Frequency Live on Sundays on WNB1 Radio. Don't forget WNB1 Radio. Add it to your Apple or Android devices and listen to the music 24 hours, 7 days out of the week. Numerous podcasts from Straight to the Point, which was on just an hour ago. We have Mags in the Morning, Luxury Tax. We have, let's see, what else? What else we got? What am I missing? Got the Record Wall at WNB1. All you musicians, singers, vocalists, everything. Check out the Record Wall. Get your butt in the studio, in the station, so you can see and hear your voice on the air. It's amazing. The Record Wall, right? Get record. It's just awesome. All right, that's a WNB1 radio. The website is WNB1.com. You see the logo above my head there, and check it out. Love the comments, and thank you for saying good luck. I appreciate you too. Right? This is all good. Awesome. Love these comments. Please come back in 2 weeks. Check me out. Next Tuesday, let me see. Who's on next Tuesday? Kevin. No, sorry, Flip Rose. Gonna have Flip Rose on it. I'm gonna invite him in my house, man. Gonna invite him to the house, and we're gonna talk about different meeting places that you can go if you're trying to get sober. And you know what? Flip goes. He starts at the beginning of the morning and then does his thing, and so we're gonna talk about things like that. Looking to get sober and drugs and alcohol sober. Period. We gonna give you some some things to check out, and hopefully you can get you to a healthier way. All right. I love these comments. You guys all get 5 stars in the comment section. I appreciate you, and have a great, great weekend. All right. 3-day weekend. Awesome. And shout out to all the veterans out there, now and deceased. Please, you see a veteran, please acknowledge them. Say thank you. They deserve it. As we go through history, we realize that, man, these veterans went through a lot, and sometimes for nothing, right? So when you see a veteran out there, remember, don't know what they're going through, but when you tell them thank you, I know they appreciate it. They really do. All right. Take care. God bless. And I love you.